on Facebook. We want to thank you for waking up with us this morning. Always excited about the Be Incredibly Well Morning Show, and even more excited, we have live in the studio with us this morning, Mr. Tyrone Smith.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm thankful and grateful, just living the dream.
Oh, hey, I'm loving that, living the dream. Okay. It's a pleasure. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Guys, within this platform, we bring you all things wellness. We're committed to your personal development and enhancing the leader within you. And we are big on supporting businesses and leaders that are positively impacting our community. So with that said, we have Mr. Tyrone Smith live in the studio with us today. Tyrone is the founder of the president of First and Goal. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And NFL great Tyrone is also retired from the San Francisco 49ers early 2000s. Loving this. Tyrone is a father, husband, grandfather, and more. And now, most recently, a published author. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Outside the Huddle, developing a game plan for life. All right, we're going to talk about that today. So tell us, Tyrone, so I mentioned you're the president and founder of First and Goal. Tell us all what that involves.
Man, First and Goal is really an organization that's really designed to really renew, empower, and redirect the mindset of young people. The vision of First and Goal, Inc. is really to provide the necessary tools, resources, and outlets for youth to be effective in this society. So we're able to put together programs and projects to really challenge them to the core, to redirect their mindset, to understand and know and realize their greatness.
Oh, that's a blessing. Wow, okay. I'm excited about that. Okay, guys, so check out First and Goal. Tyrone, I'm proud of what you're doing within the community with the kids. That's a blessing. So, you know, Tyrone, I can't wait to tell y'all. So I was going to try to wait till later, but so I had a chance to read my copy of Outside the Huddle. So aside from the fact, you know, just an incredible athlete, you know, playing for San Francisco 49ers, author, you know, mentor, just a blessing, an awesome man of God. So I started reading Outside the Huddle, Game Plan for Life. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So just have to give you my comments on that. You get it. If you don't have it, get it, guys. Let's talk about that, sir. You know, before we jump in, let me say this. Will you share really quick on your Facebook page? And guys, while he's sharing, will you also share on your Facebook? What we're doing is we're spreading the message of them being incredibly well, and we also want to get just the great message out about what God has done within Outside the Huddle in Tyrone's life today. So we want to share that. And while you guys are doing that, we also want to thank everyone, and we're so proud that everyone's already gone to the polls.
Yes.
And voted, so we're really excited about that. Proud of you guys. I am rocking my I voted sticker. What was your experience like, Tyrone?
My experience, I mean, it was pretty cool. I was excited. I mean, I voted early, and when I got there, the lines were crazy long, but I was still excited. But even when I was about to go in to vote, I said hello to the guy. Like, hey, how you doing? I mean, he didn't speak. I said, hello, how you doing again? He still didn't speak. I said, hello, how you doing? He still didn't speak, but I'm like, I'm still going to vote with a smile on my face.
I know that's right.
Right.
Because your vote counts. You know, we talk a lot about the changes that we want to see within our community, within our nation, and so in order to see that happen, we want you to enact your right to vote. So, you know, keep that in mind if you haven't voted already. Let that be your priority Tuesday. So,
go vote. Yes,
go vote. It was easy for me. I parked, I walked right in, was in, and I don't even know if it took me 5 minutes. So, I want to thank the Lord for that. So go vote if you haven't done that today, guys. We're talking about Outside the Huddle. Tyrone, let's start there. Tell us what that means, Outside the Huddle.
Man, Outside the Huddle is really just, for me, what it means to really just think about life like beyond the game. You know, outside the huddle, you know, we're all called to do certain things, but in that, you know, what are the practical principles that you will follow as an individual to make whatever dreams or hopes that you have for your life become a reality?
Yes, that's a blessing. Y'all get that? Beyond. What'd you say? Outside the Huddle is what? Say that again?
Outside the Huddle is really beyond the game.
That's good. So I look at that as so, whether it's an actual, you know, football game, but looking at your life, you know, in our goals and our dreams, because sometimes we can get fixated on what we think that particular goal is, but what do you do, you know, if God decides, hey, let's elevate you in another area, being ready for that and get that, I like that. Okay, let's keep it going. Developing a game plan for life. Why is that important?
I think it's critical to develop a game plan for life because, as you said earlier, you know, we're all created for a purpose and a reason.
Absolutely.
But how can you make that reason reality if you don't know if you don't know your purpose, but at the same time you don't know what it means to create a plan based on the purpose you actually may have for your life? And so in that, I mean, one of the things that I actually talk about in the book is how I played in the NFL, and 16 years ago I had an unfortunate injury. And after having an unfortunate injury, I had to reinvent myself by establishing and creating First and Goal Inc. By having a plan for my life, I was able to move beyond the game, outside the huddle, to recognize there was still value and purpose with my life outside of the game of football.
Absolutely. That's valuable, guys. I want you to make sure you capture that, because sometimes we can get stuck in places when things don't map out the way we think that they should.
Right.
But I thank God, you know, that our steps are ordered. And He has a plan for our life as well, and being able to be flexible and being able to understand, like you said, reinvent my life, you know, because I'm sure for a certain portion of your life, your mind was, okay, this is it. I'm in the NFL, I'm retiring here, and you probably couldn't see anything after that.
Exactly, because as most professional athletes, you seem invincible at some point, in some capacity, when you're actually in the game. But, you know, reality sets in. I mean, you know, Darryl Green, when I'm taking the Washington Redskins briefly, we had a Bible study at the practice each day during training camp, and the title of the Bible study was actually Knowing Your Purpose. And I remember him saying, you know, that each and every one of us have a defined purpose in life, but the biggest thing is actually recognizing what is your purpose outside of the game of football.
Yes.
What if you get hurt, cut, injured, or released? What is your purpose?
Yes.
He said, because the NFL stands for not for long. You're not guaranteed to play for long.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a blessing. Thank you for sharing that. You guys be encouraged today. So whatever space you're in today, whether it's a career, whether you're an athlete, or whether you're whatever it is endeavor you're after, you know, allow God and seek God, you know, for the space to be able to reinvent yourself. And we're talking about a game plan for life today. So keep staying connected with us, Tyrone. Let's keep it going. What are the top 3 principles, would you say, with regards to developing a game plan?
I would say the top 3 principles, number 1 would be like recognizing, like, what is your purpose? What is it that you love doing with your life? In that, I think it's critical once you recognize that to actually create a plan. What is it going to take for you to actually manifest your plan, your purpose based on the plan you have set forward? But at the same time, I think the third principle is realizing it's a process. It's a process.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not so much about where you start, but it's all about where you finish. But along the way, it's a process. So you have to realize the hiccups, the pitfalls, the daily experiences, they are all a part of the process. And through the process is when and where we become stronger.
Absolutely. And in that process, guys, we're picking up patience, endurance, resilience, I mean, just really overcoming. So thank you for saying that. It's most definitely a process, because everybody decides, okay, I connect with my purpose, I'm ready to move forward, and, you know, why don't I have $1 million tomorrow?
Right.
You know, what do I do?
Right.
Why am I not a senior manager tomorrow? You know,
embrace the process.
Exactly. That's a blessing. All right. Okay. Tyrone believes that everyone has a purpose and an opportunity to do a greater good. You know, I read through your bio with that. Let's talk about that greater good. What does that mean? When
I say a greater good, I actually realized and recognized that in life I was an underdog. You know, there were moments and times that people told me I couldn't be anything, I wouldn't accomplish anything. But along the way, there were people who actually supported me in my journey and in my life. And so in regards to the greater good that they did for me in my life, it's up to us to actually pay it forward and go and do the same as well. Because I truly believe that giving is receiving, turn inside out. You know what I mean? So I think we all should be giving is receiving, turn inside out.
Okay.
Giving is receiving, turn inside out. So in that, for the greater good, it's like, you know, how can we use our influence to make a greater impact in this world we live in? You know, grew up in Third Ward, born and raised. People say I was a hood kid, ghetto kid. But yet, it's for me to go back to Third Ward. It's for me to go back to schools with kids and students that are actually underprivileged to help them recognize, no, they still have purpose. You know what I mean? They still can achieve their dreams. They still can overcome the failed experiences and the obstacles in life. So the greater good is really putting the work in and using our influence to make an impact in the world that we live in.
Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all, let me go back to this. So while reading Outside the Huddle, you know, such a blessing for me to have a chance. So inside it in the book, so if you haven't read it, you want to make sure you get your copy. Outside the Huddle, Steps to Developing a Game Plan for Life. But it's a blessing to read the comments from the students that Tyrone has impacted. And so we're talking today about being the greater good. So we want to get some clarity from him what that means, because he believes in the greater good. So I asked. And so with that in mind, he believes in paying it forward. And so that's exactly what he's doing with his life, with his book, with his ministry, you know, within his family. And so just to read the testaments from his coaches, his mentors, the students, and then just watching his life. And Tyrone he's not one of those people that just decided to change his life, 5 minutes ago. When you read this book, you find out he's just been a great guy since the beginning, so, and that's always great to meet, just a great person who has been clear on, maybe not so much clear on who he is, but just being a balanced person, a calm person. And so that's what you'll read, and you're going to appreciate. That's what one of my takeaways. I have more that I want to share, but I wanted to mention that within that he talks a lot about being the greater good, but he's actually living it as well. So praise God for that, Tyrone.
Thank you, Tasha.
You're a blessing. All right, so let's keep it going. 3 things, Tyrone, to motivate and inspire our listeners and viewers today. What would you say for the person that's watching and they may not understand their purpose right now, or they may know what their purpose is, but just kind of talk us through maybe 3 things that you would motivate and inspire the listeners with today?
One thing I would actually, inspire the listeners to do today is think about, what is it you actually love doing in regards to your life? Think about your true purpose and your life mission. But in regards to making whatever it is a reality, what is it in your life that you need to change? What is it in your life that you need to detach from to stop doing an unhealthy habit that's holding you back from being all that God has created you to be?
Absolutely.
I think if an individual get to a point in place to actually recognize, that they're designed for a purpose and a reason, but yet be willing to make changes, that's when true growth comes. Because we can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's insanity.
Absolutely. That's exactly what that is. Wow. Let me say that again. So first point is what?
Recognize your purpose.
Recognize your purpose. Second point?
Realizing what is it in your life that you know that you need to change. That's the second point.
Third point?
The third point I actually would say would be this here. Will you continue to be consistent and committed to what it is that you found out you need to do to make your life better? Commitment. Will you commit yourself to it? And
I like what you said, understanding that God has most certainly designed you, to be great and to achieve better things. And so people also wonder, I don't know what my purpose is. What does that look like? What is my gift? And I like what you said. It's only that thing that you do that you don't even realize you're doing, but you love it.
Right.
So be encouraged to our listeners, our viewers that are watching today, and you may be going, I don't know what my purpose is. I hear a lot of people talk about it. I see a lot of people living and walking in it. But be encouraged by Tyrone's words today. And also the second one is, I love it, is understanding the things that you need to do differently.
Right.
That is good.
Change. Change. You have to do things differently.
And who likes change though? But it's a part of life, and it's how we grow, and it's how we develop in the things of God. And people always say, well, I'm ready to move forward, I'm ready to do something differently. But like you said, it's going to require that moment of just coming face to face of what we're potentially could be doing that's not longer working for us.
Right. Because God has designed us for great things, but even in our failures, we're still designed to be great and do great.
Absolutely. Hope you guys are watching and listening. So also, Tyrone, are you open for questions and comments?
Yes, I am open for questions and comments. Tune in, hit us on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Call into the studio.
That's right. Check us out, 281-837-2222. 281-837-2222. I know we're getting close on time, so if you are listening, you can call in. Or if you have a comment on Facebook, if you want to post it, we will. Do you have a few minutes after the show?
Yes, I have a few minutes after the show.
We'll do a post show with you guys in a little bit. So one more question for you, Tyrone, as we get ready to wrap up. What would you say, who would benefit from Outside the Huddle? What would you say?
I truly feel and believe that anybody will actually benefit from Outside the Huddle, because it's me actually talking about practical principles I've applied in my life going back to the 4th grade up until now. So I believe the entire family, I believe teachers, administrators, students, families, individuals can actually benefit from this book in regards to recognizing what it is in their life that they need to do in regards to truly being all they're called and created to be.
Absolutely. Well, praise God. Check us out. And listen, administrators, teachers, students, mentees, mentors, all of you, you need this in your library. Really enjoying it. I've already got my 2 copies. I'll be giving one to my nephew who's at university. So I appreciate you, Tyrone. Thank you for listening to God. We thank you for your courage and your perseverance to get this done. Because it's most certainly a blessing, guys, to ministries, to school districts, to individuals. You need it in your life. So thank you for checking us out today, Tyrone. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. So we'll tune out. So hang in with us. Hang tight, Facebook listeners. We'll if you're listening to the car, check us out on Facebook. We're going to do a quick post show. Guys, have a great Saturday and be incredibly well.
You need a speaker? Connect with Tosha directly at 713-444-8969. She delivers. dynamic and life-changing messages that captivate, provoke, and continues to empower individuals in ministry, collegiate, and arenas. Thank you for listening. And call
All
today.
him.
I like that. That's good.
Y'all, thank you for hanging in. We were checking out how the exit for the radio show. So Tyrone likes the music.
Yeah, that was cool, man. I was digging it, man. That was good.
Praise God, I'm so grateful. But I appreciate you hanging out with us for a minute. Let's talk a little bit more about Outside the Huddle. So, first of all, let's talk about where you guys can purchase it. So,
Yes. You can purchase the book actually at my website, TyroneSmith24.com. TYRONESMITH24.com.
yes, check it out. You need multiple copies and extremely affordable, guys. I mean,
Amazon.
yes, okay, good stuff. Let's talk, Tyrone, about the book. We've talked about who would benefit from it. We've talked about key principles, and I've shared a little bit about how I feel about the book. But
Right.
tell us what was the most rewarding part of the book for you.
I think one of the most rewarding parts of the book for me was actually being able to really just, the whole project, to really just get it out. You know, just to really just talk about, you know, my life, my story, my journey, and like things that I had to actually overcome to get to where I am right now. But still realize and recognize there's so much more that I can actually do as an individual. So to tell the story, you know, I think is really critical and key, because as a former NFL player, people actually just look at you as like an athlete that really made it. But yet along the way, we've all had our own independent journeys in life. But in our journeys in life, that's longer as individuals. So I wanted to tell the story because I was that kid that people didn't believe in. I was that kid that people talked about. I was that kid that once had low self-esteem. I was that kid that had to overcome failed experiences by making an F and failing off the football team and thought my world was like rock.
Right.
I was that kid that had to deal with divorce in 8th grade. I was that kid that had to deal with once being homeless. So I had to recognize, you know, along the way, you know, God still had his hand on me.
Yes.
But yet I was able to still just, you know, overcome. And I think it's my life mission to tell the story as well.
Praise God. You know, and thank you for doing that, because so many people can be tricked by the enemy.
Right.
And be embarrassed,
Yeah.
ashamed, you know, live with guilt
Yeah.
from what has happened in their life. But you use that as an opportunity to heal, number one, and your healing and the love of God that you've experienced, you're paying it forward. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
And same thing to you guys. I hope this is encouraging to you as well. So whatever challenges you may be experiencing in life, whatever you failed experiences, and what I've learned too about failure is really not failure.
Right.
You know, it's really not. It's just a challenge, it's an opportunity to overcome. But use these principles within
Yes.
Outside the Huddle to be that driver for you, to help you to achieve success, you know, and also to overcome. So let's talk to something else I wanted to ask you. So maybe let's maybe take it from the perspective of a student
Yes.
that's reading or listening or watching, or a parent who knows that
Right.
they have a child that's trying to overcome. Or is there can they contact you directly, or do
Yes.
they go through First and Goal? Are you open for
Yeah.
mentees and mentors?
Yeah, I'm accessible. I mean, so I can, our office number is 713-571-9121. Or I can be contacted via email at info@TyroneSmith24.com. Yes.
Say the number again. Phone number?
Phone number 713-571-9121. Email is info@TyroneSmith24.com.
That's a blessing, guys. You know, you got an incredible resource here. Awesome man of God, awesome father, grandfather, mentor. And so take advantage of the opportunity, what God has given you with regards to, you know, if it's you or if it's someone that you know or a child that needs this information. First and Goal can most certainly be a good resource. So let me check for comments, because I know we've had a few people.
Yeah, we had a few people.
Kind of come through. Let's
I see my
see.
sister, I see Andrea Bryce. I think Andrea, I saw, what do we have here? We checking it out.
We checking, guys. We're checking.
Oh, I see my cousin Tamala Sean Parks.
Okay, Kenya said she missed the name of the book.
The name of the book, Kenya, is Outside the Huddle. Outside the Huddle is the name of the book. Steps to Developing a Game Plan for Life.
And it can be purchased.
It can be purchased at TyroneSmith24.com.
I Andrea, I like what she said. Fail means first attempt in learning. I like that.
Yeah, you know, that's Dr. Andrea Price. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She do a big girl style like that. You know what I mean? She gonna bring the heat when she brings it.
I mean, clearly. That's good stuff. I like that. Okay. Let me say that again. First attempt in learning. That's good.
That's good.
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you again. Outside the Huddle. I'm telling you guys, steps to developing a game plan for life. You can pick up your copy at TyroneSmith24.com.
Yes.
TyroneSmith24.com. Truly a blessing to my life. I'm excited to get it to my nephew. Lord knows.
Thank you, sister.
I appreciate, not only he needs it, but I needed it too, you know. So it's not one of those moments where you try to pass judgment. So I'm grateful for this. So I want to share one thing though.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could use that. Good? Okay.
It was something that you actually saw?
Yes. Okay. Many comments, but one I will share that really hit home to me. So Tyrone's mentor, was it Baylor? Was it? Did I say that right?
Walter Abercrombie. Yes.
And what I found was a blessing was the fact that Tyrone thought that was a mentor for him, but really he wound up being such a blessing to Walter. So I hate writing in my book. This is a problem.
You don't write in your book?
I don't want to write in my book. But I should have, but let me go there. Hold on.
Or was it Coach Brantley? Was it Coach Brantley? Or was it Walter?
There's so many good nuggets in this book.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll do this. We're going to do more together, so you'll get a chance to hear more of my feedback. But I want to share this in the book. If you are a young person, want a resource, this book is for you. Read Outside the Huddle, Steps to Developing a Game Plan for Life, and begin your own personal to success by discovering your true purpose. So that's from Walter Abercrombie, former NFL running back. But it's so much more to share, guys. And
Brantley, because I think he was talking about he actually realized his purpose that he and I actually had, and I saw him as this individual that was just a true instrument in my life. But yet he actually mentioned and said in his letter that I actually was what he needed also, because that was his first year teaching.
Here we go. Dennis Brantley, head football coach, campus athletic director, Elkins High School. He says, however, he didn't know how much he helped me to find my purpose. That was so encouraging to me. Then he says, talking about Tyrone, he said, Tyrone Smith actually helped me because I was lost and didn't know if my life had purpose. That's deep.
Yeah, that was deep.
That's deep. You know, so Tyrone was seeking him for wisdom and guidance, but not even realizing that the person that he looked up to also was disconnected from his purpose. And so what a blessing and what a testament that is to you and your life and your ministry. So
I'm thankful.
Yes, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to know you.
I'm proud to know you also, man. But you know, man, it's what God's created us to do.
Yes.
You know, to make a difference in the world we live in so many capacities. And I just commend you for what you're doing and what the Lord is doing in your life. So I'm excited for you as well.
Thank you.
Because I just truly see great things. Great things for you.
Thank you.
Definitely.
And to God be the glory. I mean, my story is similar to Tyrone, just really overcoming and just deciding to trust the Lord. So thank you for saying that. So we'll tune out, guys. We thank you so much for staying connected with us today. Don't forget to get your copy of Outside the Huddle, TyroneSmith24.com.
Go get it.
It's a blessing. You need it. Multiple copies for your family. and administrators, coaches, whoever you are, it'll bless your life. So thank you so much, and thank you, Tyrone.
Thank you, sister.
All right, we'll tune out, guys. You guys have a great Saturday. Be incredibly well today.